If you're wondering what it's like to live in Philadelphia, and in particular, if you're curious if Philly gets snow, you're in the right place. The short answer is yes, we do get snow, just like basically every area in the Northeast. The more complicated question is how often, how much, when, etc., etc. And if you haven't lived in a city before, you may not realize that cities actually tend to have a slightly different weather pattern here compared to the suburbs, sort of like a microclimate to themselves. And this is due to the urban heat island effect, which essentially means cities produce more heat due to density of people, buildings, etc., thus creating a warmer air temperature around them. So let's get into it. Hey everyone, this is Chris Fuhrman and this is my channel, Living in Center City, Philly. Welcome. And if you're a returning viewer, welcome back. Now, if this is your first time to the channel and you want to learn more about what it's like to live and enjoy Center City, Philly, make sure to tap that subscribe button below and click that notification bell right next to it so you're notified each and every time we put out a brand new video. And we actually get a lot of folks that are reaching out to us looking to relocate to the Center City, Philly area, and we love helping them out on their journey. So if you're thinking about making a move, have any questions about particular condo buildings, particular homes, streets, neighborhoods, market information, really anything at all, don't hesitate to reach out. We'd love to help answer any questions that you have. All of our contact information is right below in the description, and we really do live and breathe Center City, Philadelphia. All right, let's chat about snow. Philly's winter is usually from December through March each year. However, winter weather obviously could start earlier or later. At the time of this recording, we're in 2023, the end of 2023, and it's been fairly warm actually pretty recently. We're starting to hit into the colder weather now, but I think we might even go back up and get some warmer weather before the winter really starts, if it actually ever starts this year. If you look at snow averages, Philly gets around 23 inches of snow per year. Though last year in 2023, we received 0.3 and haven't surpassed 23 inches, the 23-inch average, since 2018. Maybe global warming, maybe something else. Who knows? We could see 50 inches of snow this coming winter. And if you're comparing snow averages to other major East Coast cities like New York City, DC, Boston, New York City's average is 25 per year, Boston's is 38, DC's is approximately 14, and if you're thinking about Chicago, theirs is 38. So Philly will get less snow than Boston and New York City, but more than DC on average. One potentially very relevant bit of information here, at least in my experience, is that most of the snow will come over 1 or 2 or maybe 3 snowstorms throughout the season, as opposed to it constantly snowing throughout the winter months. So while snow can be inconvenient and shut down schools and cause lots of commuting problems, it usually doesn't happen constantly throughout the season. Plus, if you have kids, more snow on one day is typically better for them on that snow day. So that may be relevant for you if you're considering an area like, I don't know, Chicago or Boston, where I think it snows more regularly throughout the season. So here you got to deal with snow in Philly, but maybe not as bad as certain other places. So a consideration for you to think about. Now, in case you're watching this video and you're living in the South right now, like, I don't know, Florida, Texas, or really even like North Carolina, some of those places really don't know how to deal with snow. They obviously don't get snow regularly, but if you're coming from an area like that, when it snows or freezing rain, the area freaks out, right? Everything flies off the shelf. You can't buy bread or milk or toilet paper for maybe a week until after the snowstorm. And when it does snow or anything like that, they don't have plows, right? They can't manage it. So when it does come, everyone freaks out. Well, it's not the same in Philly, right? We know how to deal with the snow. Many employers here are understanding if there is an issue. You can typically work remotely in poor weather conditions, and we have salt trucks, snow plows. We take care of the snow, so it's not a major inconvenience when it does snow. All right, so what other weather conditions should you be aware of if you're thinking about moving to Philly? Well, it does get cold here sometimes, and it, in addition to snowing, obviously, but it can get to 0 degrees. And I recall a time within the last 10, 12 years or so when it was basically 0 degrees, and probably mainly due to the wind chill, but it was like that for a week straight. That was horrible. Thankfully, not the norm. The average high is around 46 degrees here, and the average low is around 34 in December. and this is basically the same the rest of the winter months. So you will need a pretty intense jacket like a parka to keep warm when it does get very cold outside, especially if you're walking to work or taking public transit for more than like a block or two. Now on a plus side, you won't get hurricanes, tornadoes, earthquakes in Philadelphia. Let me know in the comments below if you have any other questions about the weather here in Philly. And check out this video right here to learn more about the pros and cons to living in Philadelphia. Just click on the image, check it out, and enjoy.